Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Lynn and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my January bullet journal setup, which you may already be able to tell, it is Studio Ghibli themed. So right here on my cover page for January, I have a sketch of what I wanted to draw, and I will tell you right now, this is a pretty art-heavy spread that I've done here. I've been really trying to doodle a lot more lately and get those skills back up to what they once were. But yeah, this is a scene of Chihiro on the bridge approaching the bathhouse in Spirited Away, and I thought that was a really pretty moment, and I think actually this is probably a compilation of a couple of different scenes from the movie. I used a couple different reference pictures to put it together. But yeah, I mean, I love that movie. I love the mood of it. It feels just very kind of warm and pleasant, despite being a little bit terrifying in some scenes. But yeah, you know, it's a great movie. And if you have not seen any Studio Ghibli films, especially Spirited Away, definitely check them out because they're some of my favorites. Yeah, so basically what I'm doing here, I already laid out this spread in pencil, and I'm going through and just inking in all of these lines. On my right hand side of this page, you can see 4 dots towards the top left, top right, bottom left, and bottom right, and that's kind of creating this frame of white space that I want to keep just completely clear around the scene that I'm drawing. And then I've got these soot sprites. Right now they're just little circles, but we'll get to them in a little bit, and they're going to be kind of tumbling through the spread all the way from the start to the finish. Now, I am not a professional artist in any way. You know, I've been drawing since I was a kid, but as you can see, like, I am not the best artist. I have some skills, I guess, but I don't teach classes. I obviously, like, don't sell my art. This is really just for me. But I'm happy to share just some things that really helped me as I was putting together this particular drawing here, because, you know, maybe it'll help you too. Originally, when I sketched this out, I left the bridge behind Chihiro very like loose and kind of flowing, but I really wanted to make sure that the perspective did not look off once that was inked. So I went in with a ruler and actually kind of measured that out, and I think it looks a lot better even though the lines are straighter. And on the left side of the page, we're going to jump over here and add our quote for January. This is from Kiki's Delivery Service, another Studio Ghibli film, and it says, "We need to find our own inspiration. Sometimes it's not easy." And I agree with that. I mean, as I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for my January theme for my bullet journal, I really didn't know. There's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a lot going on at home, and I was having a little bit of trouble just figuring out what kind of inspiration, or like finding inspiration to figure out what kind of, you know, art or doodles I would want to do. But as I was thinking about it, I was like, you know, I want to kind of create a feeling of nostalgia and warmth that I can really look at and feel good about throughout the month of January. So Studio Ghibli came to mind. Mostly I really wanted to draw these soot sprites because they're so darn adorable. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and, oops, sorry for that camera shake there. We're going to go ahead and color in some parts of this spread here. As I said earlier, around the page on the right, I want to keep a frame of white space, but I want to use some kind of bright but soft colors to just bring that picture to life. So I'm going in, I think these are actually highlighters. I'll link these below if you're interested in them. But I'm going through and I'm kind of creating that frame of white space and just coloring in between. I'm gonna skip ahead a bunch during this section because I don't think you want to watch me color in this drawing. That does not sound the most fun or exciting. And there we go, that's our finished page. And we're going to jump ahead to our mood tracker. This was something that I did when I first started bullet journaling, but I just kind of stopped because I wasn't keeping up with it. But I started again last month because I'm really trying to track things that are triggering my depressive episodes. For those of you that do struggle with mental health and figuring out, what your triggers are, I think this can be a really, really useful tool. And plus, it gave me an opportunity to draw more soot sprites and their adorable food. If you've never seen Spirited Away, there is a moment when the soot sprites are being fed with all these cute little star candy type of things, and they're these just adorable bright colors, which I'm going to bring into my mood chart at the bottom left there. And so at the end of the month, hopefully this will be mostly the right-hand two colors that we put in, but it should be a pretty colorful and fun spread to look at. So I don't know how everyone chooses to break down their mood tracker, but personally I like to use 4. And yeah, this is just me trying to figure out what do I want to be my super sad or super mad, and then kind of meh, and then okay, it's good, and then yay, everything's great colors. Yeah, those are my 4 moods. I hope you guys have them too. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fill in today because we're feeling real good. So that is going to be a super colorful spread by the end of the month, and hopefully we will be able to see, what way my mood is trending. All right, this next spread is my weekly spread, and it is very, very simple. It was very quick to put together. I've actually never done a spread quite like this, but I wanted to have a weekly that had more room for personal journaling because I'm trying to just, keep up with that and write down my memories and just try to remember things and how I'm feeling and all of that a little bit better. Again, this is helping me track my triggers for depressive episodes, and also it's just nice because I don't have a great memory and I want to be able to look back and be like, what did I do that week? Oh, okay, that was what I journaled. There we go. So I went through and I highlighted the headings for the days of the week, and then I drew in these lines to separate the different days. But obviously we're not going through the headings with those lines. Does that make sense? I don't know. You've got a visual, it should be good. And then on the left side here, I'm just going ahead and adding a couple more soot sprites hanging out, just bouncing around, or whatever it is that soot sprites do. I think I might change up the colors that I'm using for the headings or the soot sprites every week, maybe put in a Totoro or some other Ghibli drawing. Not sure yet. We'll see where the wind takes us. And in the top left, I'm just putting in the month and then a mini calendar with the whole month in it. So that way we can kind of ground ourselves and see which week we're actually in. And of course, I like to go in and highlight what day, or rather what days, this spread is going to cover. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at the whole thing together. So this is our cover page and quote page. This is our mood tracker, and on that right side there I might put a small calendar. And this is our weekly spread. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and planning with me, and check out my next videos soon. Bye-bye!